This is the Book of Boy by Catherine Gilbert Murdoch, and it has won the Silver Newbery Honor Prize. This book is about a boy who can talk to animals and is also a hunchback. His name is Boy, named by the Pope who lives with him in the mansion or big house. Boy is accompanied on his journey by Secundus, a pilgrim, so Boy is basically his servant. Secundus tells Boy that in order to go to heaven, one had to collect 7 parts of St. Peter's dead body: the rib, tooth, thumb, toe, dust, skull, and tomb. The tomb of St. Peter lies in Rome, and Boy wants to go to Rome to pray to become a normal boy, not a hunchback. Boy has been instructed by the Pope to never touch the hump on his back because it was a curse. Boy goes with Secundus to the step of St. Peter to steal the shoe of St. Peter. During the stealing, Boy caused a distraction by throwing and saving a baby and her mother. Boy and Secundus later trade the shoe with an abbot to gain the tooth of St. Peter. So now, Boy and Secundus have the rib and the tooth of St. Peter. They travel onwards, and every time dawn breaks and the duo wake up, Boy is always found with animals sitting on him to keep him warm. Boy and Secundus arrive at another church along the way to Rome. Boy now has to grab the holy cloth. It was holy because a mother washed with the cloth and she gave birth to a child. Now, Boy has to grab the holy cloth that was located in a locked room. A nun found him, however, and she looked at Boy and claimed she had seen an angel. After this encounter, Boy and Secundus trade the cloth with the wealthy wife of a person. To get the thumb of St. Peter. The steward of this wife was suspicious of Boy and Secundus, so they fought in an empty church. It was at this point that Boy finally realizes and accepts that he was an angel, because the statue of an angel on the church had a hump and looked exactly like him. The next stop Boy and Secundus make is when Boy is left alone in an inn and is accompanied by a cat. Boy is curious, so he touches his hump for the first time, and it was feathery, like a bird. He washes his wings, and they grew much, much bigger. He then ties his wings down with rope, which hurts him, but Boy thinks that this is punishment for his sin. In order to journey to the next part of their adventure, Boy and Secundus have to cross the sea. This was when Boy realizes that Secundus was actually a man that has escaped hell. Secundus grabbed the key to the gates of hell and escaped because he wanted to be with Flavia, his wife, and Lucius, his son, who were in heaven. However, no one escapes from hell unscathed, so Secundus was getting weaker by the minute. After the boat ride, Secundus and Boy visit another church and tries to get the dust from a coffin-like box. Boy gets trapped inside the box, but is pulled out weeks later by some washerwoman and Secundus. They give him new clothes and help Boy fold his wings to lie flat on his back, so he no longer has to hunch. Now, Secundus has the rib, tooth, thumb, toe, and the dust of St. Peter. He only needs to get the skull and bring all the body parts to St. Peter's tomb. Boy and Secundus get the skull of St. Peter by distracting all the people surrounding the skull. Boy does this by calling down all the birds in the sky to fly in the church, so that all the people in the church would look up at the birds and not at Boy stealing the skull. Boy and Secundus make it to St. Peter's tomb in Rome. Secundus touches the tomb and is immediately sent to heaven to join Lucius and Flavia, but Boy still remains an angel. He finally goes home back to Sir Jack's, and the story ends with Boy flying away. I really like this book, so I give it a 5-star rating out of 5.